So good morning all. So today we are going to create a virtual machine, that is the Linux virtual machine, and in this video we'll be combining experiment number 3 and 4. Okay, so and in the next video I'll be explaining you how to create a virtual machine instance of Windows, right? Fine. Okay, so directly we can start creating the virtual machine. So this is the Oracle VirtualBox Manager which I have already installed. I hope you all have installed it. So directly we'll move on to the steps, right? So click on the new, right? So since I'm going to install Linux virtual machine, so I'm going to use Ubuntu here, right? So the virtual machine name is Ubuntu. You can give any name here, right? And VM folder is this one. Okay, and this is what I have downloaded, the Ubuntu live server machine. Okay, ISO file, right? So what you can do is that you may have downloaded it in some other folder. So what you can do, you can just select this other and go to the corresponding folder where the Linux OS has been downloaded. So here is the downloaded Linux OS. So select it and open it. Okay, so now this is successfully opened. Okay, so it is showing that virtual machine path is not unique. So let me change it to Ubuntu VM. Okay, because I have already created a Ubuntu machine, that's why it is showing that it is already created. So I am changing it to Ubuntu VM. So we can give any name in this, right? Okay, successfully created this. Now the next step is we have to set up the username and password. See, what is the first step? We have already successfully created the virtual machine name, and we have linked to the corresponding ISO file. Okay, and now we have to create the username. So Ubuntu user. Okay, so Ubuntu user. Okay, fine, this is the username I have created, and the password, so any password I can give. Fine, so the password and the confirm password has been given here, so both are successfully created. So don't worry about all these options, just leave it, and this is actually your username password, okay, for logging. Okay, so now the next step is to specify the virtual hardware. So as I already mentioned in the lab manual, it was minimum 2 GB, but 2 GB if you are using it, it won't be successfully installed because it will be generating some errors. Okay, so what I'm suggesting is to go for 4 GB RAM, right? Fine. Okay, fine, 4 GB RAM, and number of CPU will be 1 CPU is enough. Okay, so now what you have to do is click finish here, right? And before that you have to specify the hard disk. So hard disk 25 GB is enough. Okay, so do not give less than that, give 25 GB, right? And then click finish, right? So once that is done, what it will do, the VirtualBox will start installing the virtual machine. So what actually we are doing here is that base is actually the Windows machine, and above that you are installing the virtual machine. What virtual machine you are installing? Ubuntu virtual machine you are installing, right? Once that is done, let's wait for some time. So this will ask for try or install Ubuntu server. Okay, so select it. So it will start installing, and it will take too much of time to install. It depends on the configuration of your machine. If your system is having a good configuration, it will successfully install everything. Okay, so it started installing, so please wait for some time. Okay, so don't worry about all these things, errors and all, right? It will successfully install. Please wait for some time. So it started installing. So it will take some time to install the complete software. So please wait for some time. Okay, so it started installing. What I will do is that let me stop the video at this point, let it get installed. Once the installation is complete, I will continue with the video. So now the installation has been over. So at this point you have to press enter, right? Actually, when you are getting this particular data source none, right? Cloud initialize, end SSH hotkeys. So if you get such message, you have to press enter. It will ask for Ubuntu login. So during the installation time, you have given the username and password, no? So you have to give that. So Ubuntu user, that is the name I have given during the login, and is asking for the password, right? So Ubuntu user, so it is successfully logged in. Okay, fine. So now you can check the Oracle VirtualBox Manager. It is showing that the Ubuntu virtual machine is running successfully, right? So now let us move on to the next part of the exercise. Let's say the exercise 4. Okay, so exercise 4, fine. Okay, so now, so these first two steps just now we have done, right? We have created a virtual machine Ubuntu and we have already installed the VirtualBox, right? So now we can directly move on to the step 3. Okay, so in step 3 they have mentioned two things, right? We have to go for the network part of the virtual machine. So what you have to do is that you go to the virtual machine, go to settings and select the network. Okay, so let me go to the virtual machine, right? Go to the settings, right? Go to the network, right? Then you can able to see these things, adapter 1. Okay, so likewise there are number of adapters available, but right now we are using only adapter 1. So in this it is showing that network adapter is attached to NAT. Okay, so in the manual what it is given, choose bridge adapter, right? That is recommended, or you can use NAT with port forwarding. Okay, since I am using Wi-Fi network, no, so it is better to go for the bridge adapter. Better for any Wi-Fi networking or any other networking, try to go with the bridge adapter, that will be fine. So go to this VirtualBox and select this. You can able to see the number of options. So I'm going to select this bridge adapter, right? And ensure that virtual cable is connected. Okay, that is checked out. Okay, and just click OK. Fine. So now you can able to see the network is actually connected to the wireless adapter. So since I am using Wi-Fi, so it is showing with the current network adapter. Okay, so now it is successfully connected. Now what you have to do is that you have to follow whatever steps it is given here. So first we have to do the SSH configuration. Okay, so what is the purpose of this configuration? The configuration is to connect the virtual machine from another computer. That is what the requirement. So what you have to do is that the first step is we have to update all the applications which is installed in the Ubuntu. Okay, so a sudo apt update. Okay, so sudo apt update and press enter. So it will ask for the password, give the password and then press enter. So now it is successfully installing, right? Okay, so now the installation is done. So now the status is 14 packages has been upgraded, right? Now the next step is we have to install the OpenSSH server using this command. Okay, this command will install the SSH server. Okay, -y is for you are telling that I'm authorizing to install this particular server. That is, you are telling it as yes. If you are mentioning -y means it is you are telling it as no. Likewise, okay. So sudo apt install SSH server, sudo apt install SSH -server space -y. Okay, server OpenSSH server, sorry, OpenSSH server -y. So now I am going to press enter. So now it is started installing the OpenSSH server. Okay, so now it is successfully installing. Okay, so now the OpenSSH server is successfully installed. Okay, so now let us check the status of the SSH installation. Okay, so for that sudo systemctl status SSH. Okay, so sudo systemctl status SSH. Fine. Okay, so now it is showing that the SSH service is successfully installed, but the problem here is it is not active, it is inactive. It is showing as it is dead. Okay, so we have to enable it, or we have to start the SSH server, right? So let's start it. So for that there is a specific command. Let me show this. So the command for so the command for starting the SSH is sudo systemctl start SSH. That's it. Okay, so sudo systemctl start SSH, right? So now it is started. Now let us verify whether it is started or not. So for that, what we have to do, sudo systemctl status SSH. Now let us check it out. See, it is showing as active running. It is showing it in fluorescent green color, right? So it is successfully activated, right? So now it is running. Now what is the next step we have to do is that we have to check what is the IP address of this particular virtual machine, right? So for that, what is the IP address, right? We have to check out IP address show, ADDR show. That is the command. So IP ADDR show. So now we can able to see the number of IP address here, and the IP address you can check out, that is inet 192.168.29.253. that is your IP address. Okay, so what you can do is that you have to note this particular IP address 192.168.29.253. that is the IP address. So what you have to do is that if you want to access this particular virtual machine, you can use this IP address to connect it. So how to connect, let's see. So again, go back to the manual. So here, this is the command to connect the virtual machine, right? That is SSH, the username at the IP address. This is the command. So what you can do is, how to check it? Let us go back to the Windows machine, right? So from the Windows machine, we can check it out. Go to the command prompt, right? So in the command prompt, what you have to do is that SSH username, what we have given, Ubuntu user at 192.168.29.253. This is the IP address. So if I am entering this, it will ask for the fingerprint. Just type as yes. Okay, fine. So now it is, the IP address is permanently added to your computer. Okay, so now what you have to do is that you have to give the password 1 2 3 4, right? Once you given the password, you will be shown with these things. It means that it is successfully connected to this virtual machine, right? So now you can do whatever software you want to install, you can install, you can do whatever work you want. Now you are connected to the virtual machine successfully. So this is the lab exercise 4.